Probably the most terrifying video I've ever seen in my life has surfaced online recently, and that is the video in the case of the Delphi murders, i.e. the murders of Abigail Williams and Liberty German. I first found out about this case when it was a cold case, so about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was when I first started this page, Case Rundown. It was one of the first cases that I ever covered and I was fascinated by it, but recently someone has been convicted of their murder. If you aren't familiar with the case, 13-year-old Abigail Williams and 14-year-old Liberty German were on a hike and they were found brutally murdered. Their bodies were found not far from a railway bridge where they were last seen. And what makes this case so fascinating and equally as scary is the fact that they caught it on Snapchat. One of the girls bravely took her phone and managed to get this photo of the killer. This was the primary picture used for the suspect when this case was a cold case, and now the full video has been released. From what I can see in this clip, does this part sound like it's saying, "Is he still there?" Because that's what I can hear. And then of course you have the key line where the man says, "Down the hill," to both of the girls. Ultimately, that is where their lives ended. The girls were just 13 and 14 years old and they were found with horrific injuries. So the man that was convicted was a man called Richard Allen, and he was convicted in 2024 of killing both girls. He has been sentenced to 130 years behind bars for their deaths. So let me know below what you think about this case. I truly think it's one of the most sad cases I'd ever heard about. I remember I used to post about it and it would get no views because I used to think it was the most crazy sad case, but the videos just wouldn't do well, and I was like, more people need to know about this, especially when it was a cold case. So now I'm just so glad this case has been solved, and yeah, let me know below what you think, and RIP Abby and Libby, and I'm glad there was some sort of justice.